Welcome to
I'm
the
Carlos.
Heroes 3.
I'm Marty.
Welcome to the Heroes 3 9th annual anniversary special.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, we have been doing this podcast for 9 years, creeping up on that decade, which is nuts. But yeah, so every year we try to do a little special, kind of just talking about stuff, ask each other some dumb questions, and just kind of look back on the year. So
Yeah.
Carlos, you said you had a little something.
We always do it, but we always also forget to do it.
We do always forget. Yeah, I think our first episode actually came out, I think like July 7th, and I feel like we always forget until the end of July.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Happy 9 years, guys, and everybody
Dude,
listening.
surreal.
Thank you once again for riding this wave of Asian cinema with us, and it's really been fun to see. Like, almost think about where kind of not just all this stuff that we appreciate was when we started the podcast, but also, I mean, I guess like kind of like podcasts, like regarding this stuff, like where it was, because now we have a handful more of regular, I guess, comrades in arms that like talking about the same stuff. But also, I mean, and we've mentioned this before on the podcast, but I don't know if it's one of these situations where, you know, if you buy a car, then all of a sudden you notice that car more when you're driving.
Yeah.
But I do really feel like we came in a little ahead of physical media wave of appreciation in Asian
It
cinema.
definitely feels like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it feels like every other movie we watch that we say, hey man, it'd be great if there was a new release for this, and then there is.
Yeah, that could have almost been like a quiz too. You know, here's a list of movies that we really hoped for, and then now here we are, and most of them probably do. I'm still waiting on Born Invincible though. We're still
that is not the golden goose.
Yeah.
What's the other metaphor? White whale.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, we're scratching closer and closer at a lot of these, and if it isn't a full release, sometimes we get like, you know, a special screening of a nicer new quality version of this, and whether we can get to see the screening or not, it's really exciting to know that there are people making moves in regards to this. Like today when we're recording, I saw that 88 Films is releasing Where's Officer Tuba, which is like such a one-off random thing. But I mean, I'm here for it. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
We've seen such a great appreciation for all of this stuff, and in what kind of feels like, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, it almost feels like a swan song for physical media, which makes me sad. But at the same way, it's like kind of cool. I don't know.
You know, I think there's so much truth to that, but I did hear something recently that apparently like the last calendar year was the first year where there was like an uptick in Blu-ray sales.
Oh, really? Wow.
Like I completely believe
in the
that
last maybe decade or something. Like it was something like I'm probably getting the actual like data context wrong, but anyways, there does seem to be some promise. I don't know, this kind of like boutique explosion hopefully has ramifications beyond kind of some of our nerdy little kind of in groups or whatever.
No, I totally believe it, because like with that is the, you know, people aren't just going to take the streaming getting worse lying down. Like there are alternatives to streaming getting worse, and like the reason people stop buying DVDs or Blu-rays is because it was super easy to stream stuff, and now that it's getting harder to stream stuff, then people are going to start buying Blu-rays again. Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, there was that whole mess recently with Sony announcing no discs for their PlayStation. Everybody gets all upset, and I mean, there's pros and cons to both. I mean, but I don't know. We love
that's a whole other conversation for the secret video game Heroes 3 podcast we don't do.
Right.
But the thing that bugs me about that, the short version, is that if not Disney, sorry, that's a Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
If Sony didn't prove time and time again about how bad of stewards they are with people's digital purchases, then I think people would have been more okay with it.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, that goes beyond, you know, the PlayStation Games store. You know, there are so many stories about someone's movie library completely getting pulled away from them. And I don't know, this is maybe a little too like sunny or naive or hopeful or something. I am kind of suspecting that. So for context, for anyone that isn't a like colossal nerd like us, and maybe you don't.
You're on the wrong podcast.
Yeah, maybe you don't care about video games that much. So yeah, Sony made. They offered a very brief press release, like, handful of sentences that they'll be ceasing disc production for all of their games at a certain date. I think it's like next year. And then they've taken this kind of strategy that seems very common nowadays, which is just like not comment on that at all, and maybe try to act as though this will all blow over. I'm kind of hoping, because I don't think they're going to have a great solution to migrate, physical game holding customers over to the next platform. I do think they're probably going to continue to offer, kind of like with the PS5 Pro, like an attachable disk drive, and the PS6 will read it, and they'll just call it done. Say it's like, oh, that's our due diligence. We're not making any more of these, but don't complain to us. Like, you can still play it fine. Still not not an ideal solution. Especially, it's so funny when looking at the broader context of physical media and what's a little more, closer to our hearts here on Heroes 3, like we've been talking about with Blu-rays. It's so funny because, Sony is responsible for the Blu-ray technology, but they have wound down radically, like almost all of their Blu-ray manufacturing. Luckily other folks can step in, but I kind of fear we're going to run into a situation that we've been in for a while with vinyl, where good news, customers are more interested in vinyl records than they were 20 years ago. The bad news is there are very few solid working manufacturing plans. It's slightly better as of 2026, but I don't know. I kind of suspect we're headed for something similar with Blu-ray, where there's going to hopefully be kind of an uptick in interest and maybe a little bit of a squeeze in who can actually fabricate them. But
sure. And yeah, discs, that's not a permanent media. Those discs won't also last forever. So yeah, back up your stuff if you can, or, try to kind of, I don't know, if you have a collection that you care about, whether it be physical or whatever, I think just that you curate your own stuff and, dedicate
and commit movies to memory, just like
yes,
yeah,
take way more notes than you have to for a podcast episode.
Practice every Wednesday night.
Talk about it for an hour with people that know more than you, and then it'll be locked in
and
forever.
Then after you're done recording, let them know of all the things you forgot to bring up in the podcast recording, totally. Which is really fun. But here we are. So this isn't like, I mean, we've got another celebratory quiz Q&A thing, but I think we're gonna do like kind of a round robin. Last time we did this, I had you guys give me a question, and that was really fun. So I'm gonna release my responsibility even more. So I think what we'll do is we'll dance between each other and ask some questions and have a little fun with it. So Matthew, I think you found some really janky game show video game music last year. So I would hope that you can outdo yourself with whatever is preceding
I'm sure I can find
quiz.
I'm sure I can find something.
Nice.
This is a little project for future me.
TI 83 music.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'll start. Are you guys ready?
Oh man, I'm ready. I think so. Yeah, let's do it.
So then, let me ask you this: do you want a hard question or easy question?
Maybe ramp up. I don't know.
Yeah, let's start with some a little easier.
Okay, so this.
And then if we face plant, it'll be like super funny.
Yeah, it'll be awful.
Yeah, So you want me? I'm sorry. You want me to start with the easiest one? of the two.
Yes.
Okay,
It's like,
cool.
Can you say it out loud up to the microphone?
With a stupid baby question for dummies,
Yeah,
right?
nice.
That's what you want to do first.
I have one that I have a definite answer that I'm thinking of, but honestly, you guys might bring something up that is also correct. And my question is, name something that has happened only once over the 9 years of the podcast.
Ooh, something's only happened once over the 9 years of the podcast.
Oh, I love how like open-ended that is. Only once.
Keeping in mind that I'm not making you reach too far back.
Can we like? Oh yeah, let's see what you got, Matthew.
I think there's only been one episode that Carlos wasn't on.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So
that's what happened this past year with
yep.
with the School of the Holy Beast.
That's
right?
correct.
That's what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah, School of the Holy Beast with Jin and Joey.
Yeah, Jen and Joey. Shout outs to them. Thank you for
shout out to them.
You
for
saved the show.
It was really
and
exciting.
Matthew was the only hero with like sparklingly perfect attendance, right?
Well, I do also edit it, so it makes it a little.
It's
never get sick.
Makes it a little easier, yeah.
Matthew has the hugest podcast muscles out of all three of us, and we also greatly appreciate that.
Word.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I mean, we were going through some stuff. I think I mentioned it on the podcast before, but my father passed away, and not to get into sad stuff, but I mean, honestly, like a lot of my taste in movies comes from him, and I greatly appreciate that. So, it was really exciting for me to listen to a Heroes 3 episode.
Yeah.
Which sounds weird because I've listened to every episode that I've been on because for QA reasons, I want to make sure we're sounding okay. And not that I don't trust Matthew's editing, but...
No, I don't trust my editing.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so I'll try to come up with another crisis in my life so I can enjoy another episode.
For sure.
Yep. But yeah, that's my first question. So let's pass it to the next one.
All right, I think I'll slide up here.
Yeah.
Damn, guys, 9 years. That's great. I feel like, we're old enough to maybe babysit our baby sister if we're like really good and we don't drink too much Mountain Dew or something. Okay, so spanning the entire 9 years of the show, we've covered so many films and we've got to talk about so many different directors from countries from all over the world. Now, across that span, we've actually end up with a group of directors where we've covered 5 or more of their films. Let's see if you can find the top 3 and ultimately just throw names out, see if we can catch all of them. I'm doing this so bad. Okay, how many directors do you think that might be where we've touched on 5 or more?
5 or more. Okay.
Well, the amount. Okay. Well, if we're talking about the number of directors, I'm gonna say 5. Keep 5 with 5. That's my guess.
Nice.
And so okay, but we're looking at the names of these directors, correct, Marty?
Well, we'll funnel. We'll keep funneling. We'll get there.
Marty wanted to do the number first, and then,
I see. Okay,
and
I was
then
thinking
get
too
some names.
fast. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, if we're thinking about the podcast, I'm thinking 5.
Yeah.
Okay,
5 as
both
well.
at 5. We actually have 8 dudes. In
Whoa.
This
8 that we've done 5. Wow.
yeah,
man.
totally.
Crazy.
Okay, so now,
Right. Well, okay.
who,
Now with the names,
Yeah, who's-
the first one? The first one that jumps to mind is Yun Woo Ping.
there we go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm guessing
He's
that's
definitely
number 1.
in there. Okay, so who's your vote for number 1? If you had,
I could also
Oh,
say Ming
number 1.
Samo though. Like we've done a lot of Samo directed stuff.
Yeah. Samo's definitely in there, but as far as the most for our taste, I don't know. It's gonna be. Oof. All right, let me go through this in my head. I do.
I'm looking at a list of episodes.
No, I'm not. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I think.
okay, so
it's gonna be. Hold on.
yeah.
I'm trying to see if it's Samo or if it's Jackie. I'm gonna say Jackie.
Okay, these are so.
I
What
think
was
Jackie's number one.
what was your final answer?
Oh,
Matthew?
I'll say Yun Wu Ping
okay.
as just to
Nice. And then just a reminder, this is for films directed by.
films directed
Yes.
by.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I guess when it comes to action choreography, obviously it'd be different, but like actually directed
Right.
by.
Yeah.
So we've got Yun Wu Ping. We have Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these individuals are in this group of 8, but actually a name that I did hear tossed out that I don't think secured the final answer. As of today's episode, I will say, wink, wink, Mr. Sammo Hung. Now, can you guess how many films directed by Sammo? And let's maybe see if we can do it without reference.
Yeah.
What's your knee-jerk reaction?
How many directed by Sammo?
How many directed by Sammo films have we covered?
Oh my god.
Oh man. I don't know. I'll say 9.
Whoa. Okay. Iron Fist the Monk.
Mm-hmm.
Pedicab Driver. Oh man. I'm trying to do this without looking at what we've done.
What do you feel in your gut? It's like, oh, that's the right kind of number.
I'm doing Samo's using the toilet stance from from Prodigal Son, and that's helping me think about this. I'm gonna say, 8.
Okay. And I thought I might have heard your abacus moving in the background, so
I think I touched the mic.
I don't think that should count. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so we got 8 and was it 8 and 8?
I said 9.
8 and 9. Okay, believe it or not, guys, drum roll. At number 1, King of Our Mountain, as of this moment, Mr. Sammo Hung with a whopping 13 directed films in our group. Now, awesome. Nipping at his heels is the other tiger on this mountain, and we kind of already can see into the future. We might have a little bit of a shifting of the medal ceremony. Mr. Yun Wu Ping with 12 films.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, I knew it had to be.
We're about to have an incredible tie. So some of the other amazing artists in this group, actually coming up next, very fittingly, Lau Garlong. 7 films.
I had a feeling he was probably up there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we have a tie with Mr. Kor Yun and Mr. Jackie Chan, both with 6 films.
Cool.
And then we have a 3-way tie for 5 films. We have Chang Che, Zhang Yimou, and Stephen Chow.
Wow, awesome.
That certainly makes sense, since we did an arc looking at them specifically that had, I think, like 5 episodes each. So
that is one of the things I was considering. And you know, it's funny, as often as his name comes up, I am surprised that Wang Jing isn't in this mix.
Wang Jing got very close. So if we stretched it out to 4, then we would include John Woo, for instance. We would include Wang Jing, and then I think they're both tied for 4, and then we could kind of dip in Stanley Tong. I think we've got 3. So we've got some folks where we're kind of getting close there. Also, believe it or not, when looking across this group, this ends up including 7 films in the year 1978 alone.
Yes.
So,
I completely believe that.
And then
if it would have been about the year, I would have absolutely gotten that.
From 78 to 81, that's 11 films that we've talked about just from this group. So, kind of some wild representation. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely had some sticker shock. Kind of adding up all the numbers, but
that's fun.
I love that. Yeah, so awesome. And you know, you see that, and of course these are some of our favorites, absolutely. You know, this kind of hall of fame of Hong Kong cinema, but there are so many other names that we haven't really given the spotlight to, and I knew that would be the case, but for me it really kind of shines a spotlight on other directors that we could really appreciate.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, there are directors that we've gotten to talk about, you know, Hayao Miyazaki, but we haven't looked at any Ghibli films, for instance.
Yeah.
We
even
talked
mentioned
about
that last
Kurosawa, but we've only actually covered 2 Kurosawa films. So
It's kind of one we grab like, well, every movie by Kurosawa was good, so
exactly.
I'm kind of I was half expecting Ishiro Honda to end up on there just because we did a bunch of Godzilla stuff, but I guess we did so many different eras. We kind of did a couple.
Yeah,
of
as
his
pure
and then
director, we've got I think 2 or 3, but yeah.
Oh man, so cool.
Very
Good,
cool.
Good question. I love that.
That's a lot better than my question.
Yeah, we don't know that yet.
No, I focus specifically on just the past 12 months of us doing the show.
Good.
And this is kind of about our character actors is what my 2 questions are about. So one is what were the 2 movies that we saw Fung Fung in? There's 2 movies that we saw him in where he had a pretty prominent role. Just the past 12 months. There's 2 movies where he had a pretty prominent supporting role. Can you name them?
Yeah. This man's face is
a very distinct face.
Extremely distinct.
Yes.
And I love that you're spotlighting on our favorites, these character actors.
Yeah.
These cartoons brought to life.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing with watching cinema from around the world is whenever you get to see people that would not in a million years would they be like a prominent character in a character actor in films. And I feel like there would be a movie where a person looked like Fung Fung, but it was like about having a disability with your face and their struggles, not just a guy that's in the movie.
I mean, we've talked about this a lot, but you get this interesting sensibility so many times in Hong Kong where it's not as though things are, necessarily super sensitive or politically correct. But at the same time, there can be this kind of celebration of like, oh, you had a really bad permanent scarring injury. Like we like that. Like get that
rules,
face
put them
in
in
front of the camera.
Oh,
Enter the Fat Dragon for sure. Okay, that's
absolutely. And
then
then
Fat Dragon's one.
I think the other one I think of, I believe Matthew picked for us. If I'm,
I did.
Yeah. And
do you remember the name of it, Marty?
It could have been.
I absolutely should. I'm seeing his face in a few things.
So it sounded like Carlos remembered it, but I was curious.
Marty, it's the time of year that you generally get too scared to show up for the podcast.
Is this the aforementioned only Matthew holding down the fort episode?
It's not actually.
No. This was a Halloween episode, and I believe it's called "They're Going to Eat Us."
Oh, they're going to eat us. Yeah, that's Choi Hark, right?
We're going to eat you.
Oh, I was close.
Yep, Choi Hark.
So close.
Yeah,
we are going to eat you.
Yes. Yep. Awesome.
And I think
Choi Hark, another director. I'd love to do more movies of.
Yeah,
his
actually, he was nipping at heels too.
So he was holding a cleaver in both of these films, if I'm remembering right.
I think you're right. He's definitely around cleavers in both of them.
That's awesome.
But he's kind of like the put upon, kind of village elder in this town of cannibals.
Still be eaten though.
Dude, amazing.
He's still be eaten. Yeah, he's about to say he's given a weirdly sympathetic character, given that he's in a town full of people that eat other people.
Love that. And I love that was your question. And I will now give you my question.
Yeah, go for it. Let's hit it.
And thinking about, this past year of episodes, our last episode, we were spotlighting Jet Li and his on-screen son, Xie Miao, in My Father's a Hero. And my question, though, is, what was the last film we discussed that had a real father and son in it?
Ooh.
Now, just for clarification, would Miracle Fighters count that picture of Simon Yun, or is that kind of a cheat?
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yep. Okay. Good. Great.
Are A real father and son.
Real father and son.
And they're both like prominent actors or
Absolutely.
performers.
Are they both in? They're both in front of the camera. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
I don't. Yeah, I believe they are in shots together, interacting with each other.
But they don't play father and son in the movie necessarily.
They do
Wait,
not.
am I thinking? Isn't Harkong Fung's dad in something?
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, and Harkon. He's in in Enter the Fat Dragon.
Fung Fung is Harkon
Oh
Fung's
yes,
father.
dude. Oh my god,
Yeah.
we're spinning in the circle.
So I love that you.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like those two facts were like separate.
It's so awesome.
That's right. Yeah,
Like,
Harkon Fung is one of
nodes in my brain
one
or
of the
whatever.
toughs going into the restaurant that is run by
Yeah.
Fung Fung's character.
Yeah, and you know
That's
what?
right. I forgot about that.
I
That's a
can't
good
remember
spin-off.
if I mentioned it in the episode itself, but it was definitely something that I mentioned before, whether it was on the podcast or not. I remember us talking about it, but
Dude,
yeah, they're
that's great.
father and son.
Very
Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, not only a legend, not only iconic in front of the camera, but yeah, sired,
Yeah.
an extremely important dude for us. Yeah.
Absolutely. Nice job, guys.
Yeah, I have like a kind of more just curious about you kind of question. Is there any one film that you feel like comes back into your mind that we've covered on the podcast, like across the whole 9 years? Is there a particular film where it's like, for whatever reason, it just falls in your head?
That's a good question. I mean, this is maybe a sadder answer than maybe you were thinking.
No,
But I think about To Live all the time.
wow,
Oh.
no,
Like
that's great,
that
dude.
movie made a really big impression on me.
Yeah, that's
And I
incredible.
think about it a lot. Like I actually this is a brief Matthews corner over here. A couple weekends ago, I went to the Center for Puppetry Arts, which is in Atlanta, and it's kind of like a museum with lots of like really great puppet things from all around the world. And there's like a huge Jim Henson thing. There's cool stuff from like Slimer from Ghostbusters is in there, and it's stop
it's
motion stuff.
amazing.
It's very cool. If y'all are ever in Atlanta, I definitely will take y'all there. But one of the things they had there were those like leather shadow puppets, like he has in To Live, and so it jumped into my head all the more.
Yeah.
Dude, I do think about that shot where you cut from the shadow puppets to like basically the curtain being pulled back to all these soldiers. Like,
Yeah, and like they're
it's
using the
just
light
stunning.
from the Jeep to make the shadows, and yeah.
Yeah, I
Dude,
mean,
that's amazing.
I think I mentioned it, throughout our arc there, but yeah, all of those films really kind of hit me in a spot that were
Raise the Red Lantern.
Raise the Lantern is
I wasn't
so
even
good.
thinking about the question for myself, but yeah, I am thinking about that all the time for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
and just in reflection of the time we're living in right now, which is kind of
for sure.
It was surprising that it was resonating with me in such a way, and it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of scary to feel that way in the country we're in right now. But I mean, besides that, I feel like it, for me, it's almost cliche, but I do feel like The Prodigal Son was something that
Word.
I always think about, like seeing this film and not really previously having a history with it. And there's a handful of movies like that over the course of the podcast. And not just that, but for me, a lot of times it's when I'm bringing a movie that I'm already familiar with to you guys. And the thing where it's like, I know you guys are gonna like it. I'm just really excited for you guys to see
that's
it.
a cool feeling.
Stuff like Memories and like some of the Godzilla stuff that I was able to share. Something that maybe you guys wouldn't have reached for on your own. That I feel like not only did you like them, but you had like a level of appreciation that kind of really really shined in our recordings. So like, I mean, Prodigal Son, Godzilla versus Biollante, and honestly, Castle of Owls, being able to coordinate
dude, yeah.
getting Keith on, sharing his passion with us, and in that spreading out to the people that we know in our little kind of network of friends that exist behind a microphone is really cool. And
yeah, absolutely.
so there's a lot,
Dude,
and
Twilight
like
Samurai. I know that was
oh
pretty
man,
recent, but oh my god,
right.
yeah.
I mean, earlier this year, all of these episodes have been, guest episodes, and I was really excited to have these people on, kind of sharing what they're excited about. I really didn't pick. I basically left it to the guest coming on. Hey, what do you guys want to do? What gets you excited? And everybody that came on, Joey and Leon and Shaz and all these people, Johnny, and it's just really exciting for me. And this is something that I've experienced countless times, not just on the podcast, but just like in meeting people that like the things that I like, seeing what gets them all fired up. And I don't know, I get really energized by that. And I don't know, it's like Heroes 3 over the years has become this, like, I mean, it's a part of my life in a way that has helped me appreciate the things that I've already liked even more. So I'm endlessly thankful for that, not to get all like sappy about it, but like it's so cool. I mean, we've got this little podcast that we do, and we've met a lot of cool people thanks to the podcast, and we've got to do things that, we did another panel this year, and that was really fun. Being able to work together on that panel and seeing people resonate with it was really cool. So yeah, hard to really nail down just one movie, but I think, Prodigal Son was maybe the first time where it was like, whoa, like, there's like, this is endless. I still do feel like it's endless. There's so much out there to appreciate. And yeah, I look forward to, whatever we cover down the line that it's really going to make me excited to share with other people.
Dude, no, I love how you put that.
Well, now I got another dumb question for you. So
yeah,
all that.
When I craft these quizzes, usually I have some really stupid shit to talk about. So
yeah,
we got to balance it out.
Yeah, we got to balance it out. No, this is kind of a similar question to the last one, but in a different direction. In the past year, there's obviously we've seen a lot of our character actors. We haven't covered quite as much Hong Kong in the past year as we do on a normal year, which is cool. Like we've done a lot of Japanese stuff and a few other places.
Yeah.
But in our Hong Kong stuff, specifically in Armor of God, Infernal Affairs, and Enter the Fat Dragon. Pretty wide range of years there.
Yeah.
There's one guy that's popped up in all of those. Can you name him?
Oh man,
it's
and
not.
I can give a little hint.
It's not Blackie Co.
It's not Black. Well, okay, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I suppose he could be behind the camera, but it's not. That's not
we're all like, damn it, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oof.
I can give a hint to.
Hold on.
Okay, wait. You said Armor of
God, Infernal Affairs,
and Enter the Fat Dragon. That's the order in which we watch these movies, not chronologically. It'd be Enter the Fat Dragon, Armor of God, then Infernal Affairs.
I'm doing this. Okay, so like when I'm
stuck in Armor of
okay,
God,
let me talk about how my brain works. So if I'm playing like a fighting game, and there's like a long combo that I'm trying to figure out, I'll like separate it into like sections and figure those out individually and then bring them together. So like I'm trying to kind of connect the dots between two films. So like Armor of God.
Yeah, it's not Alan Tam. Alan? No, it's
he's not. He's not in Enter the Fat Dragon.
Definitely not. It's got to be a Blink.
So,
oh wait, there's the band in the like flashback that Jackie used to be.
Oh,
in.
the losers. The winners are the losers. One's the real band, one's the parody. But that's. Oh, wait a second. I think you were maybe close to something. Is this a man or is this a woman?
Picture.
This is a man.
Oh, it's a man. Okay, never mind.
It's a man.
I like that. Is this man? Is he? Okay, let me ask this. In Enter the Fat Dragon, is he a Bruce Lee clone?
No.
Damn
I'm going to look up to make sure I am. Like I know I'm right, but I want to make sure that I know which role. He has in each of these movies.
Because I was gonna say Tony Chinsuto.
It is not. That was a good guess, though.
Dang. Wow, this is This is a squeeze.
This is really good.
Okay.
Is it like some
stumper.
kind? Is it a token white of some kind?
It's not. That would be great,
That's
though.
a good
That'd probably be
question
a better
too.
one.
Oh, but Infernal Affairs is the mix for me.
Okay, so okay, so I feel a little bad. I didn't realize he's actually not. This is a huge giveaway. Actually, he's actually only in front of the camera in Infernal Affairs and Enter the Fat Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
That is a huge.
And then he
clue.
also was a producer on the Outlaw Brothers. I don't know, that probably doesn't help necessarily, but
Eric Tsang?
yeah, Eric Song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, because he's in
like
a deleted
kind of a
scene
director.
in Enter the Fat
He's in
Dragon.
a deleted scene in Enter the Fat Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
should have known
little
that.
Trixie.
Oh man, that's so good. Damn it.
Great one, dude.
Oh, I even mentioned that, and he's like a spoil. Oh man.
And we
He's like a
talked
spoiled boy,
talked
yeah.
about him a lot in the
We
Armor of God
did.
episode.
Yes,
just because
we
of
did. Yeah,
Jackie's
which kind of made me feel
injury
he's credited as a
Director, yeah.
director.
Hopefully the listeners were screaming at us that whole time. Yeah, Leon
I
and
hope so.
Chaz especially, I feel like.
Yeah,
If they were listening.
probably.
Damn, that's awesome.
And Eric himself is like, his arms are super folded right now.
And
That
you know,
Stogie is about to fall out. I'm sorry, sir.
when you're thinking about these character actors, he's the cartooniest of them all.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
And that's
for
why it was
sure.
kind of it's fun to see him in Infernal Affairs, because you're kind of like, wait, what?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and like we mentioned at that time, I mean, really great dramatic chops.
Yeah, totally.
Is almost always true for every great comedian.
Mhm.
Actually, yeah, come to think of it, in the last 12 months, how many times have we bumped into one of our lucky stars? Not that many, right?
No, we need to course correct.
Yeah. For sure. Anyway, so that's what I got for dumb
So
questions.
good. No, that was
Dude, that was
awesome.
great.
Yeah, that's all I had for questions. There was a couple of things that I really wanted to talk about. I mentioned the panel, and that was super fun, and I can't wait to do another one next time. I like the crunch beforehand where we're trying to put everything together, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I think this year's panel we had like, I don't know, almost 100 slides to get through.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was like,
Well, a lot of short ones.
yeah,
but
there were like compounded slides that kind of
Yeah.
were like step-by-step connections.
Mhm.
And every year we try to do something for April Fools. We didn't have a recording this year, but I was actually really proud of, I made this like pixel art, like these fake video game screenshots.
Yeah. Those are really good.
And that was really fun, and a lot of people liked those online. Actually, a lot of people suggested us maybe making shirts out of those, which we've had these same
Oh, I can see that.
designs for a long time, and I should take the time to update all of that.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
I didn't go to G Fest this year, and our anniversary usually lines up with G Fest pretty close. But I mean, I guess we do have Godzilla updates.
That's true. Yeah,
you
I got
know,
a new Godzilla coming
we got
out.
a new Godzilla film coming, and I actually am happy to say that even with like the trailers that are out, we still really have almost no idea what this film could be. It looks like it's taking place a couple years after the events of -1, and it, as far as Yamazaki has said, this is going to be his last work with Godzilla. So I mean, I guess it's kind of a duology of the Yamazaki Godzilla films. So excited to see what it is. Like, there's a big moment in the trailer where you see Godzilla crossing paths with the Statue of Liberty. So that's pretty wild. Yeah, just really excited for that, and it's going to get a worldwide release. This is also like a big IMAX movie. It's been filmed in IMAX. I don't know if I'm going to go to another 4DX screening of this, but it's possible I might. But yeah, excited for people to still be excited about Godzilla stuff. And yeah, like you guys mentioned, Ishiro Honda's work, more than just Godzilla. There's plenty of other stuff that I love that I have plans to share with you guys soon. So we will maybe be talking about him pretty soon.
Dude, can't wait.
Good stuff.
Yeah, what about you guys? How's this last year been? You know, we did these kind of Hollywood blockbuster-ish things last summer. That was really fun.
Oh man, I loved that.
Yeah.
That was a big highlight.
Yeah.
Lots of like Armor of God had been such a like a had been a big one that I had been wanting to do for the show for a long time, and so it was great to finally go. And I had no idea that it was like an Indiana Jones riff. So that was that's always cool. And then we got to talk about the Hidden Fortress, which is like one of my favorite Kurosawas. And so I'm always a fan of that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like you were saying earlier, Matthew, a little bit off of our maybe kind of typical map, at least in these most recent 12 months. Yeah, I think it was all for the better. I mean, I will admit I think even maybe kind of the earlier portions of the podcast, like some part of me would get a little bit cautious as we go on kind of like a more Japanese oriented run. And some of it, I think I might have said some of this out loud at the time, which is like, oh, thankfully there just is so much Japanophilic like interest in the West that like there tends to be a lot more coverage than things from Hong Kong or Thailand or whatever. But I think that there was also this element, kind of even going back then, that I maybe wouldn't say out loud all that much, which is like, I personally have kind of a complicated relationship with a lot of Japanese art. It's like there's so much of it that is absolutely like vital to who I am and is like so core and central. But then I would continue to have an experience of like, God, the emperor has no clothes to me. Like I'm not, I'm not with this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel so grateful for everything that that we've gotten to cover and that I've gotten to be exposed to. I feel, it might sound weird, but I feel humbled so many times. Kind of encountering a movie that I probably wouldn't have otherwise.
And you brought One Cut of the Dead to us. That was a really fun one.
No, absolutely. So it's, I will say it's like that kind of complicated relationship still persists, but it's even richer because it's like there are even more kind of depths of things that I just so deeply love that it's like you'd never be able to claw away from me. And so I don't know. I appreciate all the places we end up sort of traveling through the course of this, and like you were touching on earlier, Carlos, the real life, amazing people that we end up getting to meet, just because of talking into these microphones is really kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's wild how that works. Yeah, and I love anime growing up. I grew up with so much stuff, and as things get bigger and bigger and bigger, you kind of, if you're really being careful about the things you like, you start to realize things. And there's so much anime out there, and so much of it is stuff that I'm absolutely not interested in. But I mean, Matthew and I are both keeping up with this new Ghost in the Shell series that's running.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's handled by Science Saru. And
Science Saru did Dawn to Dawn, which is also incredible.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And there's a Sekiro like feature film based on the FromSoft game, and what I've seen from that looks amazing. And Matthew shared this anthology that's coming out pretty soon, right? That looks really cool. So
grotesque with 3 Qs.
There's stuff out there, you just kind of have to keep paying attention to things. And
no, the sheer amount of anime is crazy because like that's actually I guess they've never been on the show, but a friend of mine and a fellow podcaster, Spivsy, they said that there's like 8 currently running anime series that are all like taking place in the world of a dating sim following the villain.
Jeez.
Like
The
8
same
distinct ones with the same premise.
Oh boy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much that there can be something that niche that finds a foothold. But that's cool because that means there's so many different people getting a shot, and even if 90% of it is terrible, there's 100 new shows. So that means you have 10 really good shows left over at the end of it all.
Yeah, and with Korean cinema, there's lots of stuff that we still have yet to cover, and there's like some big movies that are coming out here. Like I think of both Colony and Hope. Man, one's an alien thing and one's like a zombie thing, and I keep getting them confused.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to check those out when they arrive. And there's actually speaking of Ishiro Honda, there's a Netflix series. It's based on the film The Human Vapor, but it's directed by a Korean, but it's a Japanese production, if I'm remembering right. This is off the noggin, so forgive me. But I watched the first episode of that, and I really liked it. I haven't kept up with the rest, but yeah, cool to see cool stuff coming out. And actually, today I just shared with you that the social media account for the Academy shared like a clip from the Furious, like the final fight of the Furious. So it's interesting to see where the appreciation comes from, and hopefully we see some more of that. And I mean, on the flip side of the coin, they did release like another clip from this Street Fighter movie that looks bonkers. We're actually mentioning it like Brian Lee would have made an amazing Blanca in a live action.
Oh, totally.
Street Fighter.
Dude.
Honestly, I am kind of curious about that Street Fighter movie. Like it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it.
It's at the level where it's like that actually almost.
Yeah.
Like I could almost see them making it work.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
We'll see.
I'm too
It
close
probably
to this.
won't.
I'm
but
like stupid nerd for this stuff, and I have to let go of that. And I don't take it personal, but it's like, man, I just want there to be a really cool Street Fighter thing, not just like a live action cartoon thing. But I don't know. That's a whole other thing. Whatever. Well, here we are. 9 years. 9 years, guys.
Yeah, 9 years.
Crazy.
Yeah, thanks for keeping up with us, and thank you guys for suffering through scheduling things. And Matthew, we thank you so much for all the work you do, man. You're the all-star of the podcast.
Pour one out for our guy here.
All the Patreon money is yours.
Yeah, thank you. No, and actually that's this isn't really super podcast material, but the short version is I got a new job somewhat recently, and it a lot of why I started being able to do this podcast was because I had a lot of like my old job allowed me time to edit. Like there was enough downtime at work that I could edit the show. And then the previous job was a little shakier with it, but this job is back to being really easy for me to find time to edit.
Yeah, cool.
So I am a huge fan of that. So
yeah, awesome, man.
In a roundabout way, I'm getting paid to edit a podcast.
Oh yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well,
thanks for checking us out.
Keep this train going.
The plan is still next week to take a look at the Blades of the Guardians?
Plural and plural, yes. Blades of the Guardians.
Plural. Blades of the Guardians of Gahul, the Legend Owls, right? That's the one we're doing.
Oh, dude, no spoilers, but it's a connected universe.
All right. Well, until the next week, we're taking a look at that. I'm Matthew.
I'm Marty.
I'm Carlos.
And we got Heroes 3. Remember your training. Heroes 3 is part of the Mercado Brothers Podcast Network.